Everything you love about mornings, the ritual, the mug of coffee, the ease of watching TV during the day. Following that, without warning, the jokes stop, the laughter stops, and the tears start to fall. Kelly Ripa experienced this very thing while bidding farewell to husband and co-host Mark Conwellos on Live with Kelly and Mark. This incredible moment is going to be explored extensively today. The years of love, hardship, and achievement that culminated in this emotional departure, as well as what transpired on stage. Believe me when I say you'll want to hang on until I say goodbye. For there is a tale of family, strength, and the impact of farewell buried in Kelly's tears. Mornings in September are often harmonious. Fans can't get enough of the couple's infectious chemistry, celebrity small talk, and clever repartee when they watch the show live. However, something seemed different on this specific morning. Kelly's grin appeared to be more delicate. As usual, Mark's confidence subsided into a more reserved demeanor. The atmosphere changed the moment Kelly started crying. Shock resounded. The studio was dead silent. This wasn't your average television moment. Things were about to change in history. At home, viewers drew in closer to their TVs, uncertain if they were witnessing a goodbye between the co-hosts or something far more intimate. We need to turn the clock backwards to see why this second was so pivotal. For over 20 years, Kelly Ripa has been the show's beating heart. Kelly established a gorgeous yet comforting presence in American living rooms from her early days beside Rex Philin to her effortless charisma with Ryan Seacrest. More than that, she was like a second family to millions of people, a friend, confidant, and host. Viewers felt as though they knew her through her antics, tales of her children, and insights into her marriage. So when she sobbed live on TV, our hearts went out to Kelly. Something else, though, altered the nature of this farewell. The heart of it is the remarkable love tale. On the set of All My Children in 1995, Kelly and Mark initially locked eyes. Suddenly, sparks began to fly. They had a little, nearly clandestine wedding in Las Vegas within a year after each other's disappearance. It was a real tornado. It came as a surprise. Still, it had to happen. Over the course of their nearly 30-year marriage, they have shared many joys and sorrows, overcome many obstacles, helped raise 3 children, and been there for each other through their careers, which have kept them in the public eye. Beyond their roles as co-hosts, they were inseparable. For that reason, the anguish Kelly felt when she publicly bid farewell to Mark was palpable. Live TV is full of surprises. Its beauty lies in that. Having no script to hide behind is a downside when emotions strike. There was no producer nipping at Kelly's ear to tell her to go on or commercial break to erase the scene as her voice cracked and her palm reflexively went for the marks. Kelly was honest, open, and vulnerable to us. It served as a poignant reminder to the generation that has followed her career ups and downs that even the most powerful people in our media have human weaknesses, such as anxieties, loss, and love. Plus, there are moments when filming the truth reveals more than just a performance. Not only did Kelly's tears move the crowd, but Mark's reaction did as well. Without lightening the mood, he cracked a joke. He didn't look the other way. Rather, he stood silently by her side as he grasped her hand, his eyes shining. There was a lot conveyed by that little action. On and off screen, Mark has been Kelly's rock for a long time. They have persevered as a unit through many challenges, including child-rearing and the intense scrutiny of the entertainment industry. Standing by the side of the person you love, even when words fall short, is a quiet strength that Mark and everyone else can attest to. It was a social media frenzy as soon as it aired. Members of the audience wrote, "I've watched Kelly for 20 years, and I've never seen her so emotional, and this goodbye feels like we're losing a part of our mornings." Some even drew parallels to the famous goodbye scene from years ago between Raises and Kelly. Everyone felt loved, not just Kelly and Mark. In a world where everything seems to be falling apart, they offered a sense of calm, laughter, and camaraderie. Many viewers, particularly those in their 60s who watched Kelly's journey as children, found the emotions to be very personal. Watching or experiencing a goodbye, whether on screen or in real life, compels us to face the inevitable, the passing of time. When Kelly and Mark said their goodbyes, it wasn't merely as co-hosts. For viewers, it was like they were wrapping up a chapter in their own experiences. Mornings that became traditions, children that grew up, and marriages that persevered. Finalizing Mark's departure during the live broadcast, Kelly Ripa, who is often bright and bubbly, revealed a side of herself that is never seen, a side that is filled with genuine emotion, terse, and profound remarks. Viewers were shocked and affected when Kelly broke down in tears as she said her goodbyes to Mark Consuelos, her husband and co-host on Live with Kelly and Mark. An otherwise mundane morning program swiftly became one of the most moving and memorable incidents of recent times. Kelly has been a morning TV mainstay for decades, and her easygoing personality, quick wit, and humor have made her famous. Their chemistry, which includes a healthy dose of genuine camaraderie, passionate love, and playful teasing, has been a hit with viewers ever before Mark became her full-time co-host. But on this specific day, Kelly started to discuss something far more important, and her voice cracked. She confessed, "This isn't easy for me," as she clenched her hands together, audibly shaking. "Throughout my life, Mark has been my rock, first at home, then as a parent, and now here on stage. Even for a short period of time, it seems impossible to say goodbye." The crowd went dead silent as they felt the weight of the occasion. Kelly broke down into tears as she detailed the personal and professional impact Mark had on her. "Together, we've laid the foundation for a life. We've been through the ups and downs of parenthood, triumphs and tragedies. The gift of a lifetime has been sitting here with him every morning." Through her words, she conveyed the story of a famous couple who had stood by each other through thick and thin. Mark, who was seated next to her, extended his hand to take hers. Although he made an effort to keep his cool, his eyes betrayed his true feelings. Whispering, "See, this is what he does," Kelly managed to smile despite her tears. "He gives me support. Every time before." The unbreakable tie between them was evident regardless of the reason for the farewell, be it a professional move, a temporary step back, or something more personal. Supportive and heartbroken fans who were watching from home wasted no time taking to social media to share their feelings. Commonality with Kelly's tears, many tweeted and commented, "Their affection is deeply felt. This is clearly more than television," as another commenter put it. "They are fortunate to let us inside their world, because this is their life." This was more than just a romantic moment. It seemed as though the entire world was privy to an intimate conversation between two people who love one another very much. As Kelly attempted to collect herself, she thanked her husband and the fans and crew who had cheered them on as a couple. "This isn't the end," she said, her voice shaking with emotion as she spoke. "However, it is a change, and any change is met with mixed feelings. One thing is certain, Mark and I will always be there for each other, supporting and encouraging one another." It was more than a farewell. It was an audible love letter. You could feel Kelly's unwavering love and respect for her companion of over 30 years in every word she spoke. This emotional farewell highlighted the rarity and value of their partnership, as their marriage has been an exemplary example in a field characterized by transient relationships. As the episode came to a close, Kelly and Mark were hugged by the studio audience, who went wild applauding for both the performance and the love story they had just witnessed. It served as a poignant reminder that, even amidst the glitz and glitter of television, the most moving stories are frequently the most straightforward: a mother expressing her gratitude to her husband, a spouse declaring their love, or a family remaining united in the face of adversity. It was moving and inspiring for fans simultaneously. Kelly's tears conveyed more than just grief. They also expressed appreciation, love, and the wonder of unity in partnership. Although it was a heartbreaking farewell, one thing was clear: Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' journey is far from over. Even in times of separation, the love remains a source of inspiration.